before betimi aba abontia ba be kasa manem bra ne se ade na wo kan wo hia awie anse na ba abontia be ka eti ennem ba be kire awra be moshi hwan na ye komisheni Muhammad anya biara sa komisheni wei eye ntro no betwama adasama eye mfuto no betubu adasama ani nipa ba ko a ofiri akurase wan ko school wonye obi asabi yesi woye intellectual dabi obi a wan ko school an illiterate prophet
pa unimatro na oyiyi nsema
is it true the prophet don't know how to write? I don't want to go into that.
Not true.
Oh no, the prophet can write. Okay, the prophet can write.
Can write.
Oh yes, in so many hadiths. And there's obi a wan ko school an illiterate prophet from Enwurem. Oh no, the prophet can write. Okay, the prophet can write. Illiterate prophet from Enwurem, the desert of Arabia. A one of three. You will need to at that time. The West nation, Arab form, a commissioning peaceful woman, near a nipa sebi, almost backwards in terms of civilization, na a year on one. But
it was called the Kaaba, the Arabic word for cube.
Pre-Islamic Arabs worshipped a number of spirits, and they were generally nature-oriented spirits, sometimes associated with natural features like trees or rocks or springs. And the Kaaba in Mecca was one of a number of these sanctuaries centered around a particular cluster of deities.
It was said the Hebrew patriarch Abraham himself built the Kaaba centuries before, and that a sacred black stone it held within had fallen from the sky. In these turbulent times, the Kaaba provided a rare place of peace. Only here would the Bedouins submit to a temporary truce before returning to their conflicts of the open sands.
There was this one place in the middle, around the Kaaba, which was, from even pre-Islamic times, was a place of a sacred enclosure where all people had to put down their arms. And this, of course, facilitated trading because it meant that you couldn't carry on your feuds when you were doing your buying and selling.
The spiritual and economic importance of the Kaaba in Mecca are pretty hard to separate as far as the pre-Islamic Arabs are concerned.
The Kaaba made Mecca a vibrant center for trade. Here were found Arabian incense, exotic perfumes and Indian spices, Chinese silks and Egyptian linens. But perhaps the greatest treasure to be found at Mecca was the rich mixture of cultures.
There were people who came through town who had all kinds of interesting experiences to relate to faraway places. The local religion was mixed. There were Christians, there were Jews, and there were also the Arabs of the desert who followed an animist type of religion.
Muhammad's world was a center of trade, connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean, linking the aging empires of Byzantium and Persia to the great bazaars of India and China. Muhammad became a merchant. In fact, he had a great flair for trade. At the age of 25, while leading a caravan northward to Syria, his talents caught the eye of the shipment's owner, a wealthy widow named Khadija. She was so taken with Muhammad, she proposed marriage.
Ah, Khadija. Well, I think she was a mentor as well as a wife, a very strong lady who had her own business, and Muhammad was helping her out. So it was a wonderful partnership, and I'm sure he learned a lot from her. He had a tremendous amount of contact with merchants coming from different parts of the world, passing through the Arabian Peninsula. I think he was a very intelligent man, very open-minded, and he was able to communicate with a great variety of peoples. He must have had great charisma as well.
Muhammad had a way with people and with resolving their disputes. Once, when the Kaaba fell into disrepair, the clan chieftains quarreled over who would have the honor of putting the sacred black stone back where it belonged. Before violence could erupt, Muhammad proposed an equitable solution. United in the effort, the four leaders shared the weight and the honor. In gratitude, they invited Muhammad himself to replace the sacred stone. He became known as Al-Amin, the trusted one.
There are all kinds of indications that he was tremendously interested in religious questions. This is obviously not something that an ordinary person probably was interested in those days.
He talked to sages, Arab sages. He talked to Jewish and Christian sages who lived in the area.
In Wurem, the desert of Arabia, a whole free, you only to at that time, the wise nation, Arab form, a commissioning peaceful woman, near a nipa sebi, almost backwards in terms of civilization, but because of the Holy Prophet. Because of the Holy Prophet, one person, and there was sister history, and all kind of history. Civilization started from Egypt, the Arab land, with the help of the Quran. And all kind of history. Civilization started from Egypt, the Arab land, with the help of the Quran. And it be mobile phones are here use, air conditioners are enjoy, science are here enjoy, any technology are here enjoying in Ara, and you be tuning in a free, Sapa here can wasn't Commissioner Muhammad. Air conditioners are here enjoy, science are here enjoy, any technology are here enjoying in Ara, and you be tuning in a free, Sapa here can wasn't Commissioner Muhammad. Unless, of course, you people want to change our history. You go science school, says civilization started from Arab land, and you be a net among for near Brino and free baby bio, if the Arab before. If the Arab before up to now, among for Egypt, Echo visited Egypt, send your beyond beginning with the Oko Kamits, one castle will do, and Yasam Ketua. And all kind of history, the civilization started from Egypt, the Arab land, with the help of the Quran. With the help of the Quran, with the help of the Quran, Oko Kamits, one castle will do, and Yasam Ketua. With the help of the Quran, Oko Kamits, one castle will do, and Yasam Ketua.
Who painted the painter?
They look at the pipi and the balance.
Who painted the painter?
They look at the pipi and the balance.
Oko Kamits, one castle will do, and Yasam Ketua. Before betting your barb one tababe cassa, my name brother said I didn't know can wish you a and send about one tabaka.